As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be.
Oh man, it's 8 o'clock.
And so that'll make it a.
I don't need the spotlight. I shine just fine.
Hi, I'm Karma, and yes, I am a bitch.
BravBros.
We're really excited to be out here tonight. This is actually where we started our live show experience. We did a show here about a year ago with Zach Peter, and that was our first ever live show, so it's like bringing it back to where we started. So this is amazing. You know, I'm looking around. This place is packed, which is wild. You guys came out to support, and I fucking love that.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's the best.
Oh, I forgot to do the thing. I noticed at the New York show.
Nope.
I'm introducing it early. Shut up. If I do this, right, guys? That's when you get really loud, because they did it in New York and it was spontaneous, and now I'm forcing it because I like the feeling that it gave me, and this show's about me.
Don't do it. We're not doing this tonight. I don't want to relive that moment.
I'm not going to do it yet. But
well, look, to start off, I have a disclaimer. My parents are here. They're sitting over there, so I am going to keep it tame. I'm not going to curse. I love that they got applause. That's insane. See? I'm already tempering myself. I'm not using curse words.
Well, for the record, I apologized to his mom before the show. I said, I'm so sorry for anything your son says. I try to control
Shut the fuck up.
There it is. There it is. Yeah. But we are excited to talk to you guys tonight about some Vanderpump. Get it up. We finally had a good episode, I thought. It was actually entertaining. And like when we plan these things, we plan them around what airs like the night before. And leading up to this, I had this like panicked feeling because I texted him. I was like, dude, we're fucked if Vanderpump keeps doing what it's doing because there's nothing to talk about. So I was thrilled last night that we got to see an entertaining episode. We're going to get to that in a little bit. But we thought that, well, I got to start it off the right way. So I am your co-host, Steele Russell, joined as always by the one and only, as he's in my phone, Sean Poot Shoot Morrison.
I like that you saved that finally. That's good.
Yep. I've had that in my phone since we were in high school. I have not changed it. He's been Sean Poot Shoot Morrison since we were 15 years old, and he'll be Sean Poot Shoot Morrison until he dies.
I don't know how old you were in freshman year, but
15.
Oh. Did you stay back a grade?
When does freshman year start?
14.
Oh, I don't know. What does that matter?
I don't know.
See, we're off to a hot
I've seen
start.
you do math before. Maybe you got held back.
You guys have to listen to me struggle through math, and it's really embarrassing because I pride myself on being pretty intelligent, not to toot my own horn, but when it comes to numbers...
That's a weird thing to say. That's a very strange thing to say.
When it comes to numbers, I'm not very intelligent. So if you've heard me struggle through, we're getting some feedback. Are we too close? We're good. I knew it.
Are we good?
Are we good?
Are we good?
No. I'm going to do this.
What happened?
I don't know. Who's doing that? Okay, we're good. We're good. But
All
we
right,
figured
we're
we would keep the show pretty normal. It's what we normally do. Just you guys get to kind of peek behind the curtain and see how things go. The disclaimer I will give you is that when we actually record the show, I get to edit it and I cut things out that he says.
It's not just me. Don't blame me specifically.
80% him, 20%.
All right, it might be me.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of good rants that go on for a little too long, or a lot of good jokes, and I'll make an off-color joke somewhere in there, and he just looks at me. He's like, "No, we can't do it."
Yep, and I clap, so I know where to edit it out in the actual podcast. But so if you see me clap tonight, that's just like second nature. I'm like, damn it, he did it again. I can't cut it.
But you can't do anything about it.
I know, it sucks.
Yeah.
But we thought we'd keep it normal, so we're going to start out with a little bit of Rose and Thorn. We're going to do some news. There's a lot of shit happening right now in the Bravo-verse. They're trying to force us to be super, super into everything Vanderpump, whether that's the Valley and Jackson Brittany's stupid shit going on that we have to talk about. Or, yeah, I know. Everything's happening in Vanderpump. There's lawsuits, there's cheating scandals. Jax is taking pictures with his assistant. There's a lot to talk about there. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to go over Miami. We got lots of stuff we're going to discuss. We have a packed show for you tonight. Are you guys ready to get it started? Well, I have to do this in every city that we go to because I still think that it's pretty silly that we're allowed to do live shows in front of people and that you actually show up. It's one of my favorite things in the actual world. So, Philly, how we doing tonight? And before we get into Rose and Thorn, I'd just like to crack a smile with Bubbly. Bubbly is our
Shameless
sponsor.
plug.
It's a shameless plug, but they are actually delicious. We do actually love Bubbly. So I think everyone has one at your table. Enjoy your Bubbly while you're drinking your drink. Go back and forth. That's how you stay hydrated. And that's a good thing, so you're not too hungover tomorrow. You ready?
Yeah, doing a sponsorship ad right now.
So, we have some good roses and thorns that we've saved for this actual occasion. So do you want to start us off there, or you want me to go?
Ooh, yeah, I'm going to start it off.
Okay.
Because my thorn is very interesting. So I've been holding on to this one for a little while.
It's exciting.
It goes back to the Reddit thread that we always go to from Watch What Crappens.
Has anybody seen this Reddit thread?
Oh, it's so fucking funny.
It's-
There are 400 comments just about us.
It's ruthless.
And most of them, I would say at least like 250 of them, are just ripping us apart for various reasons. The funniest one that I saw, which is kind of innocuous, was they're not even hot. which is fine, like in its own right. Like if they just left it there, but it was completely unprompted. It made no sense. I'm like, where did you get this from? This makes no sense. But an unhinged person may have like clicked on their profile and figured out, what else have they commented on? What else have they been doing? A normal person would have been like, let's just fucking leave it there. So this person commented on so many other things, and every single thing was all about their looks.
It's 2024.
But you know what?
What?
It was Craig and Austin, and it was like, they're not even hot.
Oh. Well, if we're on the same level as those guys, they're pretty handsome. I'll be Craig.
But it was all Bravo-centric guys, and every single time it was, they're not good looking, they're not hot. So you know what? I don't know what this bar is. I don't know where we're gonna find ourselves. We're under some sort of bar at some point.
Do you guys think that Shooter's pretty?
Pretty?
There you go. That's where you stand.
It's like an all-encompassing guapo from like the Spanish. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my thorn. I didn't go any further. I swear to God.
Are you sure? So
I may have wanted to look at like what they looked like, just like get a little barometer, try to figure it out.
Their Facebook. I will share, because early on when we started this whole podcast, Shooter was the one that did not care about comments. I would go to war in the comment section because I would say something snarky, then somebody would say something snarky back, and then we'd go on this like 5-comment thread, and I would get a text from Shooter like, dude, stop. I'd be like, yeah, you're right, my bad. When that Reddit thread came out, which is, if you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor, because there's some really funny shit in there. It didn't hit me that hard because it was clearly people that don't listen to us. He came over to record the podcast, and he was a little bit down. I was like, dude, what's up? He's like, there's like 400 comments on that thing. They're really mean.
They were mean, but they were different mean. It wasn't just the normal trope of straight guys can't do anything in Bravo. Like, what are they even doing here? They were coming after us.
Yeah.
And they had facts. They had receipts. What are they gonna do,
Receipts. What is it? Receipts. Proof. Timeline. Screenshots.
Woo! Somebody has a T-shirt in here.
Yeah,
there you
did.
go. Over here. Stand up.
Yeah.
Show everybody your shirt.
Let's see the shirt.
There you go.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. She was waiting with us to come on stage awkwardly because she had to go to the bathroom. And
That's the best part. The best part was us standing by the bathrooms and people were coming out, and like some people walked by and had no idea. They just walked right past. I'm like, you're fucking here for us, but you're not gonna like acknowledge us standing for the bathroom. All right, whatever.
I think they were trying to play it cool. They walked by, they're like,
I guess.
I'm just going to the bathroom. But anyway, let's get to your rose there, champ.
My rose, I actually want to read it verbatim, so I've got it. This was one of our reviews, and this is specific to me, so don't worry about it, pal.
Okay.
Listen, I'm back again to say that I love Shooter Magooter. When he made the Chip Skylark reference, I had heart eyes. But then he referenced Gullah Gullah Island, which everybody knows. If you watched that as a child on Nickelodeon, everybody knows Gullah Gullah Island. And I looked over at my fiance, and I told him if we weren't already engaged, I would propose to Shooter. Let me tell you, I posted that on my Instagram. I had 15 other messages, which I just realized like what message requests were on Instagram. People that I don't follow, and it just all the way fucking like blocked up. And there were 15 other messages that said I would also leave my husband or fiance. So apparently, all you want to do to like break up a marriage, just reference a couple of Nickelodeon shows.
What the fuck? Well, there you go. Shooter's also a homewrecker. Add that to his resume.
There you go. I didn't do anything. I'm just here.
I didn't even do it. But I've got one from TikTok. I've got 2 thorns from TikTok that I've saved for a little while. One is just insane. I can't believe that somebody would comment this, and I want to see what your reaction is. Then I've got a good roast, though, to finish it out. I like to start with my thorns because I like to finish on a happy note. But this one comes from my Larsa rant. Did you guys see my Larsa rant? I got a little upset. So I went off on TikTok. Hopefully she saw it. We'll see. But this comes from TikTok, and it's from Patrice something. It says, do you know what else is atrocious? Because I said atrocious in the video. You saying that you're going to throw a remote or get violent because of a dumb show. And you don't have to watch anything. Like, your anger's not cute or funny. That was it. That was it. And I just thought that was funny, because if you listen to the podcast, as most of you probably do, actually, hold on one sec. Are there any actual BravBros here? Are there any dudes that got dragged here tonight? There he is. There they are. It's okay, guys. We know. It's all right. Hopefully we get you to watch a little bit more Bravo tonight, because I know you're like, what the hell are we getting into right now, right? And you're already like, this is lame as shit. We want to go home. But hopefully you have a good time. But I'm glad to see we got some. He's drinking. That's good. Is that an espresso martini? Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. I've had 6 already.
Best response to an espresso martini. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. But as I was saying, if you listen to the podcast, I get heated. I'm an emotional person, as I've been told. I like to say that I'm emotionally charged. So sometimes I get a little heated, and I look over at him, and I don't know if you guys ever watch on YouTube, but if you watch him during my rants, he's just sitting there giggling. And why this one's funny is because clearly this person doesn't listen to the show. It's all in jest. I'm not actually yelling at these people. It's just really frustrating to watch a woman make a cancer diagnosis about herself. It's the most bizarre shit I've ever seen, which leads me to my next thorn, because this is crazy that somebody would say this. This is also from TikTok. You don't think Gertie's a little overdramatic, though? That's the response I was looking for. Yeah, that's what I did.
Thank God for the people in the front row.
Yeah. Are you shitting me? Like, she has cancer. What are we talking about here? This is my whole point, and this is kind of what my point is with Larsa being so, like, ho-hum about it, is it paints it in, like, a not serious light, and, like, it's a fucking serious thing, and Gertie beat cancer, which is fucking amazing, and looks better with a shaved head than Larsa ever will. So the whole thing just pissed me off. But, yeah, so that one. Right, guys? Right?
No,
right?
no.
Yeah, there it is. Let's go.
Fuck, don't do it after the fact. You already got applause. You don't need to double down.
I need all the
Do it
applause
when you
I
make a
can get.
terrible point, and then you can just, like, you know.
No, that was better. Anyway, my rose comes from Jared Barnes. This is on Twitter, and this one is important.
Wait,
to
how
me.
many do you have? Because this is
it's
like
a rose.
3.
Bro.
You had 2 thorns and a rose?
Yeah.
We didn't talk about
Every
this.
rose has its thorns.
Don't laugh at that. What the fuck was that?
I'm firing on all cylinders tonight, baby. Buckle up. But this comes from Jared Barnes. This is my rose. And this is the whole point of the podcast. This is what we aim to do. This is why our audience is so special to us. And from Jared Barnes, he says, you won't regret listening. You instantly feel like they are your friends you're having a convo with. And that's what we aim to do. We want you guys to feel like you're part of the show. We know we wouldn't be anywhere without all of you beautiful fans. So those kinds of comments, when people leave them, they mean a lot to me, because that's literally the aim here, is we want you to feel like you're our buddies, you're our bros, you know what I mean? And bro is all-encompassing, it's genderless, so you're all bros. So thank you so much.
And Jared is here tonight in the back.
Is Jared here?
No, I'm just
Oh.
fucking.
I was like, hell yeah, I haven't met Jared before. But as I said, we've got some news to discuss before we get into the Vanderpump recap. And the first thing I want to talk about, who saw the Jersey trailer? We've got a couple woos, not everybody. Who here likes Jersey?
The state or the show?
Well, hey.
What do you mean,
uh-oh.
hey? Hey, well, hey, you.
Hey,
all
you're in
right?
Philly, all right? We don't like Jersey. But anyway, I'm just kidding. We love the shore. We go to Wildwood. Yeah, I go down Wildwood all the
dude,
time.
no, don't
All the
fucking
time.
start that.
Yeah, it's
You
out
are
now.
not. You're not quite accepted into Wildwood yet.
That's not true.
You've
Whoa.
got some time.
Sue, where's my mother-in-law?
She's over there.
Sue?
She's over there.
Sue, am I in
Don't put her on the
Wildwood,
spot.
Fred? Damn right. So shut up.
They're barely.
We
even
got
Wildwood
news to
people.
talk about. You're derailing us. Like, let's get on task here. Like I said, the Jersey reunion. The first and most important question. I need this by a round of applause. Who here is team Teresa? Wow.
Wow.
Nobody.
Jesus Christ. All right, now we can be happy about that.
Whoa.
We can talk freely. We
can
don't
say
have death
anything.
threats. This is the
Wow.
best. This is awesome. This is honestly, this is the best case scenario. I was so scared about this. I was petrified. I thought there were going to be tree people coming out of the woodwork, getting after us, trying to murder us tonight.
Tree stumps.
Tree people coming out of the woodwork is good enough.
That's good.
Yeah. I was so worried about all of that. Now we can talk freely. We can be open.
We can. That's insane. Okay, Team Melissa. All right. Wow.
How about Team Nobody?
Team Nobody.
That's the one. That's the one.
Same here, because I can't sit through another season of watching the Teresa Melissa shit after the finale last year. All right, we had that whole scene that looked like it was out of The Sopranos, where Melissa's like walking away from the pool and like everything's done. She's like, I'm done with Teresa. We're done with this whole thing. I'm moving forward. Do you think that we are actually going to get a season where there's other storylines? Are we going back to the same jersey, the same bullshit as we've seen in the past, 7 years now, 8 years, 9 years?
I don't know. Based off of the trailer that I saw, it looks like everybody is firmly in their own team, which I think is kind of better than what it's been in the past.
Yeah.
At least we still have battles amongst themselves and everybody knows which side they're on. And we don't have like newbies popping in just to try to figure out what the hell they're doing.
I'm glad we have
It
no
looks like an
newbies.
actual team battle. I'm okay with that. Weirdly, I have no idea why, because I've been against this forever, but I'm okay with what I saw.
I liked what I saw, and I like that we got Fessler. If you didn't see it, Jen Fessler is apparently playing both sides now, so we like that. We got a double agent in the works. We love it.
We get another Sopranos reference in there?
I mean, yeah, she's a narc. She's going, no, that's mean. She's not.
No, I meant that she fucked James Gandolfini.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she
dude.
had sex with Tony Soprano. That's a great point.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, whoop. My bad. But no, I'm looking forward to the season. And like this happens every time we watch any show. We get through the season, we're like, let's be honest, a lot of the Housewives seasons the past year and a half have not been what a lot of people have been used to. We can talk about Atlanta. We can talk about Potomac.
Why?
Guys.
Who the fuck said that?
Guys.
Don't
Guys.
tell him about Potomac. We know better.
Potomac was
Shit.
my first love in the Housewives realm.
Don't all that. Leave him alone.
My wife, Dev, who's here. Let's give it up for Dev. Yeah, woo! She's mortified. She hates the attention, but we're trying to get her on the podcast. Hopefully in the next 5 years what'll happen, but we'll see. But that was her favorite franchise. So after I dove into Vanderpump, that's where I got my start in the Bravo-verse. So these dudes back here, the guys that hate us already, you guys, when you get started on the show, Vanderpump's an easy one to watch, season 1. Okay, it's a quick watch, it's an easy watch. I found myself watching 6 episodes while my wife was asleep when she introduced it to me, and I got finished with it, and I was like, it's like, what now? Like, I need more. And she's like, well, we got to get in the Housewives now. So we did Potomac and New York. I loved Potomac. I thought it was just gold. It was such good TV. Their comebacks are so quick, so sharp. The Grand Dames, the shit. It was such a great show. And the past 2 seasons have stolen my joy. And Shooter doesn't let me talk about it. He doesn't let me open up and just say, hey, man, I need to vent because I'm sad. And he goes, we're fucking over it. Like, let's move on.
You vented an entire episode.
Well, it hurt.
We don't need it anymore. It doesn't matter.
I need
You're
it.
actually doing more in one of our episodes about Potomac than everybody on Potomac is doing.
This is the support I get. This is what I get.
That is support.
That's not support.
You need friends
is
to
that
tell you
tough
when you're
love?
being dumb.
This is tough love.
Yeah.
I don't care for it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Okay.
All right, well,
You're better for me.
let's talk about the Valley. Who here is a... yep. Who
Do we
here
have
is a-
to? Yeah, do we have to? I kind of want to skip it.
We kind of have to only because... Do you think that all the Jackson Brittany shit is... It's all for publicity, right?
Duh.
Yeah. Right? Like, it's so forced. And this is my issue, and this is what worries me about Vanderpump as a whole and what's happening in the Vanderpump universe. I think that, obviously, Sandoval was so polarizing. It was this ridiculous, insane cheating scandal that rocked the world. It was at the White House committee dinner. Ariana was there. We've had senators quote shit from it. Like, it got out of hand. Can we agree with that? Like, it got a little bit out of hand. We were party to it. I'm not absolving us of our sins. But I think it got a little bit out of hand. I think that the Vanderpump producers are like, we got to capitalize on everything now. We're going to bring everybody back. We're making new shows, Vanderpump Villa. the Valley. We're bringing Jax back. We're bringing Brittany back. Can we bring Stassi back yet? No, they still think she's racist? Okay, we can't bring her back. Let's leave her out of it.
That would have got cut from our original show.
That would have gotten cut.
See,
that was
you're
me.
already starting.
Okay, fine.
Good
Fair
job.
enough. Fair enough.
You set a precedent. Now I can do whatever I want.
But let's get serious about the Valley for just a split second, then we can move on. I know you don't really want to talk about
We don't have to get serious.
Well,
about
you know
the
what I'm
Valley.
saying. Like, with this show, I want to know how it could be successful. Everyone knows the obviously, like, the pitfalls that could happen with this show, why it's not going to be good. No one's expecting shit. How could it be good? Genuinely.
It's a terrible question.
No,
It
it's
can't
a
be
good question.
The people that are in it, it cannot be good.
You
It'll
don't
never
think there's
be good.
any hope for this show at all?
No, not even remotely. You can't have somebody like Jax leading the charge in a show. It just doesn't work.
I agree with that, but is there, I mean, maybe there's a cast member that we haven't met yet that's going to, like, wow us out of nowhere where it's
No,
like,
but like they're all taught by Jax, presumably.
You think that
everybody on that show is, there's a word that I want to use that I'm not going to use.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. But that is pretty much like the entire cast. I mean, aside from Dodie, and we met Dodie's boyfriend.
We did meet Luke.
He's a dud.
He's
As far as reality TV goes, he's a dud.
Super nice guy.
But
He's
like
a
that,
very
but
nice
that
guy.
doesn't convey to good reality TV. He couldn't even talk during the interview that we had with the two of them. We didn't even know we were going to interview him.
Oh,
he
that's
just popped
yeah.
up and he's just there.
I forgot
Steele and I
about
made
that.
fun of his shirt for a half an hour, and he didn't know what to do.
That's true. Did you guys watch our Dodie interview like a while ago? Yeah. I don't think Luke knew what he was getting into because we didn't know we were interviewing the both of them. We just thought we were interviewing Dodie. We're like, oh, sick. This is awesome. And they both.
To be
pop
fair,
on
we
the
never
screen.
really have a plan. We just
don't.
go into things.
We wing it a lot.
We just start talking, and then we just
Yeah.
start making fun of people, and
It
you know,
usually
it
works out, right? So we did that, and Luke pops on. He's a super nice guy, but he's from like Montana or some shit and moved to LA. So Dodie like put together his wardrobe. Oh, somebody goes, oh.
He's from
Woof.
wait. Hold on. He's from St. Louis. He's from Montana or something.
It's the same thing.
I also love that you preface it by saying he's a super nice guy.
He is a
Again,
super nice
as
guy.
if you're not going to bash him, and that's not going to like take away from anything.
Well, it's like the
he's
no
from
offense
St.
part.
Louis, which there's somebody else who's from St. Louis that's also a piece of shit.
Andy.
No,
I was like,
fucking
whoa.
Sandoval. Jesus
She
Christ.
put it in my head.
No,
You put it in my head.
All right.
We love Andy. That's
We're
not true.
gonna switch out front row seats with somebody
Yeah.
else. Like
You're
you've lost
killing
your
me.
privileges. You can't do this anymore.
It's like subliminal messaging going on up here. That's true. That isn't. But now you're comparing. You're worse.
I didn't do
You're
anything.
comparing Luke.
How am I
to
worse?
You said that they're both from St. Louis, implying that they're similar in some way, shape, or form. I didn't say that.
Would you rather be compared to Sandoval or no? I already know the answer to this.
Yeah,
Or
so-
from Montana.
Montana's a beautiful state. I don't know what we're talking about.
Sure,
here.
but the people.
Whoa. What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know if I trust people from
What was I
Montana.
talking about? This is
I
what
don't know,
happens,
dude.
and I got to rail it back in. Oh, so this nice gentleman, Luke, was on the podcast, and Dodie even admittedly, or he did actually, was like, yeah, I don't have like LA clothes, so she took me to go get some LA clothes.
At
And-
Zara.
At Zara. So we, but she told us this before he got on camera. So then he pops up, and he goes like, hey guys, I'm Luke. And we're like, dude, sick shirt.
He
That's a
looked like
sick shirt.
he straight up had a Dan Flash's shirt from I Think You Should Leave. Like the patterns are so fucking crazy. Everybody wants this goddamn shirt. It's a bunch of guys that look like me and we're fighting over this shirt. That was Luke, and we made one joke about it and he shut down.
He stopped
He never
talking.
said it. Don't he can't handle himself. How's he gonna be on reality TV if he can't handle himself between us?
That's a good point. That's
Are
actually
we
a good
mean
point.
as far as reality TV
Are we
goes?
mean?
Like if we were on a reality TV show, would we be terrible people?
I think we'd just be super. Someone said yes. I think we.
Yeah, I
said,
heard that too. What the
that's
fuck?
better than the New York show. Within 5 minutes, somebody in the front row called me a pussy. That's a true story. I know, because we were on.
I kind of wanted an awe for that
Yeah.
one.
No, it was like we were on Watch What Happens Live, and we were with Heather Gay, and we got all of these questions like in our DMs and the comments. They're like, "Man, you guys really blew it. You had a chance to give it to Heather, and you didn't say shit." I'm like, "What? What are we supposed to do in that moment?" Yo, Heather, you suck. Like, I didn't understand like the whole thing.
Yeah, have you ever seen a bartender on Watch What Happens Live talk for more than like 30 seconds?
No.
And
So-
do they spend that time bashing the guest? No.
Yeah. So it's like a crazy thing to insinuate, but somebody in the front row when I told that story goes, "Pussy," and I was like, Sweet, we're off and running tonight. So thank you guys for not insulting me yet. I'm sure we'll get there at some point. You know, it's still early in the show.
Why is it that you're the only one who gets insulted?
That's actually a good point. I don't know. I'm the nicer one too. That's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
That's probably why.
But
Pussy.
what'd you say?
Nothing. Keep going.
Okay, cool. Did
Yeah.
you call me a pussy? Yeah. Okay, cool. Each show, I guess, is going to happen. But we do need to discuss Beverly Hills before we get to Vanderpump Rules. Because, yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay? Because a lot's happening
This
in
is
Beverly
our
Hills.
show. We're going to do whatever the hell we want.
Yeah.
I don't care about this part of the crowd. I'm actually going to start opting in some different tables over here.
Yeah,
We're
we
gonna
need some
switch it up.
wireless mics. We're going to start shifting
Yeah.
around the room to get better responses from our front row. You guys are great. We're just kidding. But with the Beverly Hills stuff, we had an entire season once again where Kyle doesn't share shit. She doesn't share shit. Share shit. Great. She doesn't share shit. All season. She has all of these teasers that we're going to get to the storyline between her and Mo, Morgan Wade. We get a couple of pop-ins from her. We don't get a whole lot of answers. The season ends, we get like, what, 4 minutes with those two actually talking, and they include their children, which was a bizarre move. Wasn't that crazy? Like, let's traumatize all of you real quick, especially you, Portia, who's like 15 years old. We want this on camera. We want to see your heartbreak. That was awful. I could not believe that, like, this is when we bring the kids in. All right, you sit there. We got to make sure we can see you crying. No, cry more. Perfect. But watch the first 2 episodes of Buying Beverly Hills. We got more answers out of that than we did from the fucking season. So I'm getting sick and tired of Beverly Hills. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I feel like it gets a pass all the time.
Are you sick and tired of Beverly Hills, or are you sick and tired of Kyle?
All of it. All of it. All of it. Because I thought that this season, we've discussed it a little bit. Like, Sutton had a good year. Erica had a good year. You know, there's conflicting remarks there because of the stuff that came out. Yeah. Yeah. So you're always going to get...
That was such a fucking...
But we both agreed. Like, Sutton is awesome. She's a friend of the show. We love her. She can't carry.
You cannot say that she's a friend of the show. We get accused of
Being on
babying all the people that we're friends with.
But I'm not babe. I'm saying right now, she can't carry the show. She's not the main character. She did a good job this season. She stepped up when she had to. But she's not going to give you that main character energy for an extended period of time. And if you look across the board, I don't feel like there's any housewife on that show that's really bringing it, giving us a peek into their actual life. Like, we don't get to see a whole lot of shit. Crystal has a $100 million company. She's married to the Lion King, and we don't talk to them ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird. And then she gets a shit edit, according to her and some of the other people on production, so, like, we can't blame her all the way. But my point is, at what point do we stop just giving Beverly Hills a pass because it's fucking Beverly Hills? Right, guys? I love that so much.
And the problem now is that I actually pause for that.
Yeah, it's great.
So innately, I'm waiting for the applause for you. Hate that. I don't know. I just think that Kyle had such a silver platter this year of you could just talk about this. You can get some sympathy. You can lead us through the entire thing, and everybody's going to be on your side. It's fine. Especially now after Mo posted that weird-ass bathroom video where he's, like, dancing to some fucking techno colors, like, oh, yeah, they, like, look at me. And we see pictures of him just pouring shots in girls' mouths.
No, it was champagne. He was, like, skiing in a thong.
Whatever the hell. Is that the problem, that it was champagne and not shots?
No, I just feel like
Did you need to stop me there?
If you're painting the picture of, like champagne's like, whoa. You know, shots like, boop. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's more. You get it. You guys get it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm not doing it there. I said you guys get it.
You were going to do it.
Settle down.
You were about to. Anyway, no, I feel like there was such a different route that we could have taken, and it would have been so much better. And it's not, because Kyle withheld all of her information the entire year. And the fact that we're getting more from the Netflix show is insane. And Bravo has to be scrambling.
I bet they're
Bravo
pissed.
has to be so angry about this. And I wish the reunion was taping now, because then Andy can say, what do you think about the fact that Mo is talking about your marriage on Netflix and you're not talking about it on Bravo? Because I want to know what Kyle's thoughts are.
I do too, and I think that's the biggest issue I have is that, you know, whatever's going on there. There's cheating rumors about Mo. There has been for a very long time. We know that. I'm under the impression that something happened there and it was like the last straw. And she's like, fuck this, I'm done, I'm doing my own thing, which is fine. You know, we're not vilifying her for the route that she's taking in her life. If she wants to change things, mix it up, try some new things, whatever. Who the fuck are we to say don't do that? My issue with it all is that if you're going to flaunt certain things on social media, in the public, make a music video where you and Morgan Wade, who you're allegedly dating, are like licking things off of each other and kissing, then just give us like, what the fuck's going on? Because we're just gonna continue to speculate and speculate and speculate, and it's getting to the point now where like, I'm so sick of Beverly Hills. I'm sick of Kyle and Mo. I'm sick of this horse shit. If you wanna sail off into the sunset, fucking go. Stop dragging us with you.
But who do you actually, like, I mean, obviously we blame Beverly Hills for we blame Kyle for what she's doing in Beverly Hills. But do you also blame Bravo for pushing it down our throats?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, we don't care. Like, if we're not getting any new information, I don't give a shit anymore.
I agree.
It doesn't
100%.
matter.
And like we've heard through the grapevine, like when it comes to Kyle on the show, Kyle gets a pass with production. She gets to point the needle kind of where she wants to go, what she wants to talk about. When there's big events, they are usually handed to her. Like we know this. You guys probably think that. I can confirm, yeah, she gets a much better edit cut and more input as to what's happening on the show. So you would think that maybe she would have the pulse of what we, the audience, want to watch just a little bit more. But that's crazy, because who the fuck cares about us, right? Bravo doesn't. Neither do the celebrities. Or Bravo-lebrities. My bad. But that's my issue with Beverly Hills. I just needed to like get that out.
Good job.
It feels better.
Way to get it out.
It feels better.
Feel better? You ready to go?
I think we're ready to go. Are we ready to talk about some Vanderpump? So I was nervous about this season before the season even started, because I thought that they were going to do something that would not work, and that was try to just recapture what happened last year. And that was insane, because we've never seen anything like that. That was the most explosive season of reality TV, arguably, in the history of reality TV. Nothing has captured the world like that from the reality TV standpoint.
Or was it just the last 2 episodes?
I think it was the whole season, only because
We
knew
knew
what was
what
going
happened,
on.
yeah.
So like you and I were watching each episode with like a fucking magnifying glass. Like, did she smirk? Did she smirk at that time? What is Sandoval doing when Raquel walked in?
Which, by the way, is a very tough, and all the time that you think about podcasters, we do have it really hard, all right? We have to watch these shows with a magnifying glass. We need to analyze everything that's going on. It's not all roses. It's not all flowers for us.
Sometimes
this
it's
is
thorns.
hard work. What?
I said sometimes it's thorns.
You're supposed to be on my team. Don't.
That was your team.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's like a...
Yeah, we have it really hard. We have to watch these shows very analytically. We don't get to enjoy them anymore.
That's not true. That's not true. I still enjoy them when they're good.
Not Vanderpump.
Vanderpump had a good episode finally, and I'm cool with that. I want to see where it goes from here. We're about to jump into it, but the funniest thing to both of us, and this happened during OC, because we hate OC. Who clapped? Sheila? That's okay.
Don't point them out specifically.
I'm
You're
sorry.
supposed to
I didn't mean to
gesture to
single
the
you out.
crowd. No, dude.
Who clapped?
You don't point people out specifically.
Who was that? No. That's my bad. I apologize.
Who the fuck said that?
Who the fuck said that? No. So, the funny thing to us is that, like, while we were watching OC, we were pretty open about the fact that we were not happy with it. We weren't happy with what we were watching. It was dragging on way too long. Tamara,
Yeah, and you idiots made us watch it.
that was the funny thing.
You made us hate watch it because those were our highest rated episodes.
They
was
were.
us complaining about the show over and over again. So now that we have you all in one room, I want to say, I'm just kidding.
No, but you got, literally, those are our most listened to episodes. So we got to this point, like, 3/4 of the way through the season, and we were like, can we stop watching now? And we looked at the numbers, we're like, we really can't. Then we looked at the
We
comments.
put a poll out on Instagram,
We did.
and we said, can we stop watching OC, please?
It was-
and you all said no.
Yeah.
Keep going.
It was a resounding no. You have to watch this. We're going to force you because we like hearing you be miserable. But hey, if you guys listen, you want to hear us hate listen to stuff, we'll do that too. But to what you said, I definitely still enjoy a lot of the show. So that's not true. But are you ready to talk about Vanderpump finally?
I'm ready.
I brought my notebook. If I get mad and throw it, I apologize. Just duck, just get out of the way. But we start off this episode with Scheana and Lala. And as we have come to find out, as Scheana's starting to talk a bit more, this is affecting her a lot more than she has been open about with up until this point. We've heard her talk a little bit, but as she's talking to Lala, they're talking about Sandoval, and we find out that during the entire pandemic, and this is also confusing to me, because why do these people always run out of money? Why does Scheana not have money?
Well, her podcast got canceled.
What does that mean? Look, guys,
If
here's
our
the thing.
podcast got canceled, we'd be on the streets, bud.
How do we? But that's my point.
We'd be outside of City Winery right now with fucking tin cans. Like, hey, bud.
Wearing old tattered BravBros merch, because that's the only
Yeah.
clothes we have now. The T-shirts you didn't buy. That's our wardrobe. But
That was such a guilt trip.
huh? Yeah, that's how you plug merch. There is merch. Yes, there is. It's right back there. You can buy it after the show. Anyway, no, but it's genuinely confusing where, like, she's like, I had no money, and the podcast got canceled. If we lose sponsors or whatever, like, if that happens, it's one thing. But, like, I don't know how you cancel a podcast.
Let's not make this real.
I'm just saying, how do you cancel
it-
a podcast?
I think it was just not picked up by whatever
the
manager
network
she had.
gave her the boot?
I don't know, dude.
I don't know. I don't get it. But, like,
I didn't
also
read that
need to
far
know
into it. I think
why
you're just.
why does she not have money? But that's not the point. The point is Sandoval PayPal'd
Well, we've seen her house, which is always very troubling to me to go back to her and Brock's house.
I don't like their townhouse.
I hate their
I don't
house.
either. It's weird.
It's very weird.
Like, what's the balcony? It looks like they, like, screened in a porch.
I don't
and
know.
that's their living room. You know, I'm not trying to bash anybody's house. Like,
It looks
you know.
like Bravo built a community for their celebrities like 50 years ago, and like they still live there.
These are the Bravo dorms. There's the cafeteria. But, well, they did just buy a new house. Then Brock had to sign over his rights to the house, which is really confusing.
Again, very confusing.
And I think that maybe, I don't know. They said that they might be declaring bankruptcy. They said that they might be getting divorced. We don't really know. We do see how Brock talks to Scheana. It's not great. So, I don't know. I don't know. There's something going on there. She is annoying, for sure. 100% correct. You're not wrong. I agree. But I'm just saying, there seems to be trouble in paradise. But while they're discussing things, she's talking about how much she's struggling with this. And I think that we all see that. I think that we noticed that she's kind of getting pulled one way. And we all called this, and when we discussed what this season's going to look like, the obvious answer is, well, Sandoval redemption arc, because that's what we see. We get the villains on the shows the next year. That's how they try to frame it. And whether you like him or not, I hope that we don't love that guy, but if you see how they're editing this season, that is what they're trying to push. They're trying to push this redemption story for Sandoval, and they're actually, in my opinion, trying to paint Ariana as kind of a bitch. And it's kind of weird, especially considering, and he reminds me of this all the time, and I'm glad he does. He's like, dude, this is 3 months later. It's only 3 months. It's still very fresh. So I try to keep that in my mind when I'm analyzing things. But with the Scheana part of everything, do you understand, like, why she's getting pulled both ways? Or do you think that this is, because we see it a little bit later, and we'll talk about the end of the episode, which was much different than the beginning of the episode as far as Scheana goes. Do you think that she genuinely is being pulled both ways? Or do you think that she's getting pushed towards Sandoval because Ariana's not giving her feelings any merit?
No, not at all. I think Scheana's an idiot.
Oh, okay.
I think overall, I think she's an absolute moron, and she has no idea what she wants, and she's just responding to people being nice to her. Like, she is, what's the phrase? A pick-me girl.
Oh, pick-me
where,
girl.
Or she's like a guy's girl, where it's like, I want to be friends with anybody who's very nice to me. And she's going to sit here and talk to us about the PayPal that Sandoval sent to her. And this is the thing about Sandoval. We know how manipulative he is.
Yeah.
There's got to be a reason why he sent her money. And it's not because he's really friends with her. It's because he wanted something else.
I agree with
Like,
that.
I don't really care what it is. None of that really matters. So her saying that on screen doesn't matter to me. I don't think that Ariana's really being cold enough to her that's going to push her in a different direction. She's giving her a very cut and dry after 3 months of a very public and embarrassing situation. Hey, if you go back to this asshole, I'm not going to be friends with you. I think it's very cut and dry. I really don't think it's that big of a deal.
I know.
And Scheana's making it a big deal because Sandoval's funny and she's friends with her. That's really all it is. I just don't really understand the whole thing.
Well, I mean, look, it's tough because had we not seen what Sandoval is doing in, like, the media right now, which is astounding, that he's going on, like, the Vile Files and being an idiot, and then he's going on a podcast with Billy Lee and playing Marry, Fuck, Kill with Ariana involved in that, which is wild. So he's not doing himself any favors, and that's the thing with the editing this year. Had he not come out, like, in the last month being a total dipshit I do think that we'd be seeing a lot of people not being Team Sandoval by any means. I do think we would see a lot more people lightening up. I mean, like, it has been going on for a while, and we're seeing that amongst the group, which I figured would happen. I don't think it's happening because they're actually like, well, we can't crucify him forever. I think we're starting to see jealousy amongst some of the girls in the group. I think that they're looking at Ariana, everything that she's gotten from this, rightfully so. Look, she went through shit. It was a fucking disaster. So get your comeuppance for sure. Go star in Chicago. They got picked up for an extension. Like, she's killing it. So it's great. But Lala, she feels like she was in a similar situation with Randall, okay? Now, she is definitely we see it starting to leak out in this episode. We know we get that clip later in the season where she's like, I've never seen somebody get cheated on, and suddenly they're God. So, like, it's boiling over. So I don't know. I think that they're using Sandoval and how he's been treated and how he comes into this group like a hurt puppy dog until you ask him for an apology, then he tells you why you're wrong, which, again, fucking insane. But that's my take on it. I think that we're starting to see it boil over where they're looking at what Ariana's doing and being like, well, what the fuck? Like, you got cheated on and you're God.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I think it's a completely different aspect. I think that they know that they need to be friends with Sandoval for the show to work.
You just think
I think that they're all self-serving. I think that they all understand that this show doesn't work unless they're friends with Tom, or at least like there's some sort of semblance of friendship in there that he can be around with them. And he, at this point in time, Vanderpump needs Tom Sandoval.
Unfortunately.
Without him, the show sucks.
There's
no nothing going on. There is no show. I don't understand the jealousy. Like, how high can your jealousy get to the point where Ariana's affair, well, I guess Sandoval's affair, made you money. So why are you now jealous of Ariana?
Because she made more money.
But that's the problem. Like, you made way more money than you would have ever done. Like, Katie and Ariana would have had to open their sandwich shop by now, which is still not open,
I know.
to make money. If this didn't happen, they'd have to do that to make more money and enjoy their lives. Now they don't have to worry about it anymore because Tom cheated on Ariana. Lala would also have to do something to make more money. If Tom didn't cheat on Ariana, she would have none of the all the money that she made. Yeah. So all of those things come into play. I honestly, in a very weird way, they're thankful for Sandoval because of what he did.
I don't think that's like, I think that's pretty obvious. I think
well, yeah, but like I think that's why they're open to forgiving him at this point.
Oh, it's like a
it's
thank
because
you?
it's like kind of a thank you.
Thanks,
It's like,
dude.
Thanks for being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You made me a lot of money. I appreciate that.
We got
and
this-
Ariana's still not being nice to them and giving them ultimatums. They're picking a different side.
But that's my thing, and that's the only, I'm not even gonna say ding, because I don't wanna, she has every right to set boundaries and be like, look, if you're gonna be friends with this dude, I can't be friends with you. My problem is, she claims, she's like, I'm not giving ultimatums, I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just saying if you're friends with him, I'm not gonna be your friend, which is an ultimatum.
Yeah.
It's literally an
The
ultimatum.
definition, yep.
So I think that there's a middle ground here where it's like, I don't think she needs to budge. And I think Ariana is vindicated in the things she's doing. I'm not trying to say she's not, but taking out the fact that Scheana tends to be attention-seeking and all those things, when you're, don't.
I didn't say anything.
I fucking saw
Let
the
me
mic.
readjust my microphone.
See that? He goes,
Maybe it was a muscle spasm. You don't know what the hell's going
was
on.
a mustache spasm?
Mustache spasm?
Mustache spasm?
That's a good one.
We'll save that one.
Let's keep that. Yeah.
A what? A
Shut
mustache.
the hell up. Nobody asked you.
Yeah, but what was I talking? Mustache spasm really threw me. It really threw me off. We're just gonna move on. You guys get it. Ariana, my point with that whole thing is, I think that there is a middle ground with her where it's like, Scheana is your friend. Scheana was fucking ride or die throughout this entire thing. You can't deny that she wasn't. She makes a point every time in this episode that she says something about Sandoval. At the end of it, because she, to her credit, she knows she's on TV and mic'd up. We don't get a lot of that self-awareness in the BravBros. They say really dumb shit, and they're like, how'd you know? It's like, what the fuck? That's a camera. That's a mic. But she, at least at the end of each scene, she's like, I'm really struggling. Like, we had this 15-year friendship, and I just need to release the hate out of my heart. And Lala's like, yeah, I know. She's like, yeah, but I'm team Ariana for life, though. I got her back till I die. Like, I'm not giving up on her. So she always covers her back.
But why can it never be about Scheana?
It can never be about Scheana. No.
That's maybe my favorite line.
I know, it's so good. It was really good, and we'll get to that. But that's my only thing, is like, I do think there's a space where Ariana could at least be like, hey, a little more sympathetic to it's like, dude, I know you're going through it. I'm sorry you're going through it. I can't help you through this one because of how close I am to it. Like something along those lines. Just, I'm not saying, like, this is just my opinion. I just feel like she could be a little bit lighter when it comes to Scheana because I do feel like by being this firm with everybody, it's counterproductive because she wants this friend group to come back and hang with her. She doesn't want them to go to Team Sandoval. And I think that by being this firm, you're kind of pushing people that direction. I think they're kind of opening the door for him because if they're like, well, she doesn't give a shit about my feelings, what's up, Tom? Like, that's what I'm getting, and we're seeing it happen. Of course, Schwartz fell immediately because it's Schwartz, but then we got Scheana. Fucking Lala, like I never saw Lala bending the, not that she bent the knee, but to go back to him and be like she fucking hated this guy. She made a lot of money off this guy. She bashed him for months and months and months on the podcast. It is 4 months later, and she's on a boat saying, I get it, dude, let's hug this out. I just need an apology. That doesn't track for me. But if you count in that Ariana is, one, they're jealous of her, and two, being a little standoffish, rightfully so, I think that it's counterproductive. I think she's pushing people towards him.
I don't know. I still think that Bravo production is doing her dirty. At this point,
They definitely
we
are.
know
They
what
definitely
they
are.
want. They want us to think that Ariana's being outlandish. She's making demands of her friends that don't really make any sense, and we're supposed to look at her like, all right, you need to get over it.
And it's
Which
only
is
4
fucking
months later.
insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's not even 4 months, it's 3 months later. Like, we're still sitting here watching this, and now we're supposed to feel sorry for Tom because he's writing in a journal?
That's a good point.
Which, by the way, I told you on the ride down here, I screenshotted him writing in his journal just so I could read his journal. It was so funny, dude. Yesterday was maybe the craziest day of filming I've ever had since I started filming here, all right? And at some point in time, they've redacted like half of it.
That's
Why?
the best part.
Why? What are you redacting
It's
from
like a
Tom's
CIA
journal?
document. You can't read this part.
It's the dumbest thing. Like, what are we redacting? Like, did he say in the middle? I'm gonna stop. Actually,
Those are
because
song
there are-
lyrics of a new single I'm working
Yeah,
on. You can't
we've
leak
got
into the
things that
public.
were me and Jason, who's in love with me, my
Fucking
Jason. drummer.
Fuck that guy. Let me tell you a story about Jason, all right? If you haven't heard this one, we've told it on the podcast
They've all
before.
heard it. We've been here.
Do you guys want to hear a story about Jason?
No.
So, as I was saying, Jason is the drummer in Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras. He's also his social media manager, his manager, and I think he has a big crush on Sandoval because if you watch the way he looks at him when he walks in a room, he's just kind of like in the back like, that's my lead singer. But Jason, so like way back, Sandoval posted a video of him singing Electric Love, and I saw, this is before Sandoval happened, and begrudgingly, I was a Tom and Tom fan for a very long time. I liked both of them.
You had the hats to prove it.
I do, I really do. But that's another story I can tell you. We
Did you
haven't
burn
told that
those?
one. What's up?
Did you burn those?
No, I was gonna burn them for a TikTok, and then I got
Always
lazy
gonna.
and didn't do it.
Always gonna.
Wow, that's
You
fucking
still have them,
rude.
just in case they come back, you know.
That's pretty rude. Oh, that's a good point. They're like a collector's item now.
That wasn't meant to be a good point.
Okay, thanks. This
Tom
is what
apologist.
I don't get. I'm not a Tom apologist. But anyway, so he sings Electric Love, and I watched it, and I was like, wow, that was actually an entertaining cover. So I like reposted it, and they reached out to us, and it was Jason. He says, hey, I'm Jason. I'm the drummer. We have a show in LA. We want to give you guys some free tickets. You can come to the show, post it, whatever. We're like, fuck yeah. We couldn't go because, you know, we have actual jobs. We don't make enough money to just fly out to LA and go see a shitty cover band, so we didn't go. But we auctioned off, we did like a giveaway, and somebody went in our stead. But this is how we met Jason, all right? Fast forward, Sandoval breaks. We start posting some shit about him, you know, both of us talking smack. Jason reaches out to us via Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras account and says, hey guys, it's Jason here. There's
didn't
a lot.
say that.
It did say that. It did say that. Hey guys, Jason here. This is how I remember it, so my version's better. Hey guys, Jason here. And Jason proceeds to tell us, there's a lot of hate being thrown around right now, and I think you guys should reserve judgment until you hear Tom's side. To which we replied, we don't fucking care about Tom's side, and he blocked us. So that was the end of our relationship with Jason.
Wait, you added a new wrinkle to that story that I really want to talk about.
Let's talk about it.
So Tom had a cover of Electric Love that
Yeah.
you liked.
Yeah.
When the fuck did that happen?
You don't remember that?
I don't remember you liking it. Yeah.
That's when it started.
So do you still like it?
No.
Why? Because of who he
What
is?
the fuck are you
Are you
calling me
not
out about?
are you not separating the art from the artist?
I don't. Oh, This is gaslighting.
Gaslighting's not real. I told you before, you made it up in your head.
I have to go to therapy because of this podcast, but we're sponsored by BetterHelp, so they make it easy.
Scott like that.
Scott, yeah, our producer's like, fuck yeah, free plug. But no, so I enjoyed the cover. I'll be honest, I enjoyed the cover. So Jets, that was our story with Jason. One more quick Vanderpump story, we'll get back to the recap, because this one was interesting too. When everything was popping off, somebody that works on production, like behind the scenes, not like a producer on Bravo, but she works with a lot of the cast. She's on the show a couple of times. You'll see her like the background every once in a while. She reaches out to us the day after everything breaks, and she is a local. So she listened to us for a while. She's like, I love the podcast. I actually have worked with Tom and Ariana for a very long time. I'm friends with both of them. One, do you guys want Tom hats? And I was like, I mean, I guess we'll take them. It's kind of pointless now, but sure, why not? Free shit. Two, do you want to talk about this and me give you like some of the inside scoop? And I was like, ooh, fuck yeah. I was like, what's up? And she's like, no, we got to do it in person. So now I'm like, oh, I don't know you that well, but why don't we meet at the gym that I work at? There's other people there. We go to the gym, and
Safe space.
Safe space. I feel safe at the gym, and she shares with me everything. Drops all of the stuff that you guys all know now. There's nothing like groundbreaking that you haven't heard. But I was so gassed up because we were recording the next night. And I was like, dude, I got so much good shit that we can talk about. I shit you not. I woke up the next morning. All of it was on Instagram. Everyone else knew about it. I was like, fuck. Yeah. So that's when we missed our like. And the other thing I realized when Jason reached out to us, and I'm not saying that we would have done it, we might have had like the biggest interview ever, because that might have been like a, hey, let Tom tell a side of the story. Like, I've thought about this, like on the podcast.
Do you think that Tom would have come on?
I think maybe.
Could have been our breaking moment.
I think that, we have morals, and we don't fall for that shit. So we said no, Tom. And I'm proud of that.
I don't remember being consulted with that one.
Yeah, no, I realized after I told Jason to go fuck himself, then I was like, oh, shit, that might have been a good opportunity. But whatever. Let's move on. Let's get to the meditation scene, which we're actually going to sit back to back, and we're going to breathe together. Because as you know, Shooter loves sound baths. He loves meditation. He loves self-healing exercises. Right, dude?
Only if you sync up your breathing with me.
Oh, do I have to sync?
Oh, there you are.
What?
Weird.
Yeah. Oh, there you are. I thought
that was fucking
Why
odd,
is
dude.
that weird?
What do you mean, why is that
What do you
weird?
mean? What are you talking about? Like,
when Schwartz and Lala are sitting back to back,
synced up. That's a
and he goes, oh, there you are?
it's a meditation
Weird.
practice. Yeah, because they're trying to sync up and become one in that moment. So they
You
can
know what I
connect.
heard in that moment?
What?
Are you in yet?
Oh.
Yeah, see, there you go. There you go. This is
Can't
what
do
you
it
get
tonight.
at live shows, all right?
Can't do it tonight. But
No, I still would have been doing what Brock was doing. Brock ended on the 17th hole, by the way. There's no chance in hell. He played a full
he played
36.
he might have played 36.
He played 36, yeah.
By the way,
Thought you were only playing the front nine.
Are we really mad at Brock for finishing the round?
Nope.
No, he's in Tahoe. Like, you're golfing. You're gonna go back so you can like.
You're going to come home to meditate?
Yeah. instead of-
With Sandoval?
Yeah. Golf
No,
in
I'm gonna go
South
golf
Lake
and I'm gonna-
Tahoe.
yeah,
meditate with Sandoval. Like, let's be honest. The dudes in here that golf, the ladies that golf, you guys get
I
it.
just love that the, what was her name? Shannon, I think was the
Oh, yeah,
yoga-
the yogi.
When she walked in, she's like, oh, where were you? South Tahoe. Whoa, that's far. And
Yeah,
he's like,
she
yeah,
jumped
it
in.
was.
She's
Yeah.
like, that's really far. She's
Well,
gotta-
she had already gone through the entire conversation with Sandoval about what was going on. Why?
I don't know. Like,
Why
she
do
didn't
we
know what
need
was
to know
going
that?
on.
How about we're just doing a generalized yoga instruction or some sort of meditation?
No, that was
We
so
don't need to
important.
know specifically what's going on. That's Sandoval pulling the strings behind the scenes.
No, it wasn't. That was him reminding her because they'd had a phone call when he said all of this stupid
Well,
shit.
yeah,
He
I
said,
know.
Hey,
Yeah.
you have to bring up this.
I
you
say
have to
behind
bring
the
up this,
scenes,
you have to
meaning
bring up
like
this."
nobody else was there.
Oh, yeah. Like, you know that he set that shit up so she would ask all of those questions accordingly. Like, while they're. Everything was so on the head. Imagine you're never going to see this person again. He's like. Like, it wasn't even like well produced. It's like clearly you were in her ear. And that's the craziest part to me is like, as we've seen him go through the motions, especially after this season, you cannot tell me that this stuff is genuine. Like, this is manipulation at its finest. This guy is doing everything he can. The PayPal, like you said, initially, had I not known everything happening now, I'd be like, man, that's kind of nice. But I do think that that's a move where he's like, I'm going to send her a ton of money, keep her on my team. Like, I think that everything happening throughout this season, after the season is all Tom trying to manipulate. I think this scene was no different.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was. He was setting it up so that he would be in a position that he could pull some strings. Now, obviously, I think that he also kind of hyped it up so that he could sit next to Scheana, because that is an easy target.
Yeah.
Immediately. You're not going to sit next to Lala. Obviously, you already squashed things with Shorts. You already talked to James. Your next target is immediately Scheana. So he's going to sit right next to her. The funniest part was her being a deer in the headlights. Everybody pair up. What do you do in class when your best friends, or who you think is your best friends, pairs up with somebody else? You panic.
Yeah.
That was Scheana. She did not know what to do. Brock said, I'm going to go over here, and I'm just going to go ahead and...
Yeah, no, I'm going to go over here. I'm not touching that shit.
But I guess he had good intentions, right? You need to... I don't get it with Brock. Brock is so up and down. He waffles back and forth. What's he... Waffles, right? Again.
Waffles,
back
oh
and
yeah.
forth.
That's
Yeah,
a
there
thing.
you go.
Is that a thing?
He goes, but don't ask...
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
They're supporting you. See how quick
This
he
isn't a
is?
focus group. We're in the middle of a conversation. Relax. Brock goes so up and down to the point where he, like, I don't know where he is. He yells at his wife, and then he comes out and he has the most logic out of everybody in the group.
I know.
It's so hard to like him because he's also an asshole.
He is. Like, that's the thing. As somebody pointed out, well, Sheena's annoying. But there is moments like when he is with Scheana, Sheena's mom, the babysitter that I guess is going to then start hooking up with Katie and Schwartz.
We'll get there.
Like, I don't know what the
No
fuck
peeks
that's
behind
gonna
the
be
curtain,
about.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, the way he's talking in that moment, I'm like, wow, what a dick. Like, your wife is opening up about OCD, and she's afraid to leave her child, and given everything that happened over the past year, and she has postpartum OCD, like, hey, dude, maybe just be like, oh, I get it, babe. We'll get through this together. Like, something sweet instead of, well, now you got your mom supporting you. Everyone's like, go fuck yourself. And he storms off. I'm sick of that shit.
Can you say blooming onion?
Blooming onion.
There you go. Yeah.
You go down under, hang out with the locals, you know?
Thank you.
I
Appreciate
played
that.
baseball in Australia. It's not a
All
big
right.
deal. It's not a big deal.
Didn't need the tidbit. Just wanted you to say blooming onion.
Blooming onion. So, my whole thing with Brock is, like you said, we get those scenes where you're like, wow, this guy's a dick. And then he goes and talks to Sandoval, and he makes so much sense. He's logical. He's giving good advice. He's not snapping at Sandoval. He gets a little heated, but then he walks away. He's way more quick-tempered with Scheana, which is why it's like, I'm like, oh, good point, Brock. Hey, quit yelling at your wife. Good point, Brock. Seriously, dude, stop yelling at your wife. So I'm in the same boat. I don't know what to think about him. But I think he's having a decent season.
Yeah, he's definitely having a decent season, but the focal point of this entire thing is Scheana and Sandoval.
Yeah.
What the hell? Sorry, we're not good at this. Anyway.
Can you put it over there? I'll grab it. Okay, cool, thanks.
Yeah, you guys get to ask questions.
Peek behind the
in a little
curtain.
bit.
We're going to
Yeah.
do questions in a little bit, so that's what he's just making sure we're ready for those. Don't worry.
But
we're going to hear from you guys.
Let's get into Scheana and Sandoval.
Let's get into Scheana
sitting
and
back
Sandoval.
to back after the panic moment that Scheana has. She has to be close to Sandoval. And what does she do?
She gets up and leaves.
She breaks down and starts crying.
Oh, well, yeah.
And then gets up and leaves.
And says, I fucking
Do
still
you
hate
think
you.
it's because of the meditation, or do you think...
You think the meditation made her cry?
You think it was the meditation?
No, it was Sandoval. And look, say what you want. She's annoying. She's attention-seeking. All those things. Yeah, sure. Like this is my flaw, I guess. Is like my stepdad even tells me, he's like, you're too nice sometimes. I wish you were a little bit more of an asshole, despite how sarcastic I am.
In what context?
Just in a.
I mean, I've seen you drive in the city before. You are not that nice of a person. But yeah, okay.
What? No. But my thing with Scheana is like, I do genuinely think that she's juggling a lot of shit right now. On top of that, like, she's away from her daughter. We already know that gives her anxiety. You pile on this shit. I think that she's founded in like having a moment and storming off. Then Brock goes to kind of console her, not really. And she comes back, and this is when you see that domino kind of fall. You see her sit face to face with Sandoval. He has that big crocodile tear, and she's like, we're cool now. Thank you. And like, obviously a little bit more happens after that. But in that moment, you kind of notice like that's what happened. Like, she is now trying to find a way back to him, for better or worse. Yeah.
No. She is weak,
Oh, okay.
and she needs to figure it the fuck out. What side are you on? Like,
I'm on logic.
Not you, Scheana. Relax. That was defensive. That was very defensive. Wait, what side are you on? What the hell was that?
What side are you on?
Logic? Is that what you
Logic,
said?
baby.
God.
Logic.
So you're on Brock's side. Oh, yeah, no.
That's a good reaction.
Nobody
sound.
liked that one.
Ew.
Nobody liked that one.
No.
But like, do I need her to break down and start crying and she has to leave? Like, no. Like, you are forced to be against this person and you obviously see that he's manipulating. Look him in the eyes and be like, I need a goddamn apology. Apologize. What did Lala do at the end of the episode? Scheana doesn't do any of that. She just breaks down and starts crying. She's like, I know that I want to be close to him. Sandoval doesn't have to do anything to Scheana. He doesn't have to apologize. He doesn't have to excuse himself for anything. He can just sit there and she'll come back. Yeah. It's very easy.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I mean, we see some of that when we get to the gondola ride and we see Tom and Brock start to talk it out a little bit. Tom is still dying to tell his side of the story. And this is the most frustrating part to watch, is as we watch him navigate through the season, anytime someone brings anything up, he immediately fires back. And he's missing the point entirely. It's like, dude, we can all agree in this room, and I'm sure they can agree on the show, it's the biggest cast of hypocrites in the world. Like, they all do the same shit to each other at one point or another, go back, and Dodie did it to Sandoval. You go forward a little bit, you know, everyone cheats on everybody. Like, so I get that, but you lit the world on fire with Sandoval, and these people were all in the crosshairs. Yes, they all profited off of it, and that's why there could be a road back for you, you dumbass, if you just said, hey, I'm sorry, period. Let's move forward from this. Instead, Brock's trying to challenge him and be like, dude, all you have to say is, I'm sorry. There's a lot more people involved in this than just you, Rachel, and Ariana. You've scorned all of us. Like, just shut the fuck up and be accountable for 2 seconds, and everybody will forgive you. They're trying to forgive you, and you're actively making it harder. So when you see that conversation, and then he's still, like, they storm off the gondola together, and then we see them make up in, like, 2 seconds.
Well, first we get Schwartz walking up to the window and say, I'll take a brewski.
Yeah, cold brewski.
What the fuck? Who the hell says that?
Tom.
Also, did you catch Tom mistakenly call her Raquel? And then
he said
himself?
Rachel. Raquel, Rachel.
Yeah, he knew that. He's
He
known
knew-
that. He's
he
known
knew
for
way
months.
before.
He's known for months that that's what she's going by. Yeah, that was insane. Again, Brock is actually speaking logically, which is so goddamn annoying because he's a piece of shit. Like, that is the worst part, is this is the only person that's actually talking to Sandoval in a normal way and saying, dude, just apologize and you have to figure it out. Everybody's involved. But also, he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, it's so annoying to me. But we do get a little bit of a glimpse behind the curtain of what Sandoval is, and he immediately just starts making excuses and excuses and excuses. He doesn't feel sorry for any of it.
He doesn't.
At the end of the day, he doesn't care. He is exactly what Brock said. He's 10% somewhat, I guess,
10%
accountable, and then 90% blames it on everybody else.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. That was the most apt, I guess, overall idea of what description. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Description of Sandoval since Scandoval, and that's exactly what it is. And it was just perfect.
Yeah, and we fast forward a little bit so we get to your guys' questions, and we get to the boat scene, and this is when we see Lala confront Sandoval. And my first thought is motive. Like, why are you taking the time to go apologize to him?
Well, I think it's because she saw everybody else get their piece, if you will.
You think that's it?
So I think that's what she was waiting for. I think she was waiting for everybody else to have their say. He had his moment with James. He had his moment with Brock. He had his moment with Scheana. Obviously, Schwartz is immediately back on his side. So now Lala feels comfortable bringing this up.
Okay.
I think.
No, that makes sense. It's just, again, like, listen to any of her episodes during Scandoval, any of them, and listen to how she talks about them and how she talks about her own situation and relates the two fairly similarly a lot of the time. She has horrible things to say, and we're episode 6. We're 3 or 4 months removed from this thing, and she's taking the time to go on the boat. Now, she claims to be on a healing journey, that she wants to stop holding on to hatred and be able to forgive and move on for her kids, for herself, like all those things, which is a beautiful thing if true. And I'm not saying that it's not, because I don't want to take away from anybody. But at the same time, as I'm watching this scene, she tries to get the apology out of him. And this was my favorite scene, actually, because you see Tom do his thing, try to weasel his way out of it. He's starting to say, like, you lied for 6 years. I lied for 6 months. Then saying that Lala's shit was worse than his shit, which was crazy. And I also forgot to mention the thing on the gondola when he has the balls to say, it makes a lot of sense now that I know that Scheana has OCD because she can't get over this.
Oh, I
was like,
forgot
what
about
the fuck, dude? Like, she has postpartum OCD, and you think that's about you?
I understand why she's hyper-focused on just this one thing.
Like, what are we doing? Like, but that's what he does. Like, he's trying to, like, navigate his way out of it, and he always says something offensive. He always rubs people the wrong way. He does the same thing in this scene with Lala. He's trying to compare the situation, saying, you're worse than me. You lied for 6 years, whatever. Thank God. Thank God they're in a closed-off space where everyone has to get involved because it forces the issue finally. And everyone's like, dude, fucking say sorry. Scheana says, fucking say sorry. Brock, everyone on the boat's like, this is insane. This is fucking insane. You're insane. Do you get what we're saying? Yeah, there's a lot of similarities across the board, and you could argue that he's right in some of his arguments, unfortunately, by comparing certain things because this group is so hypocritical. However, this is so recent, and you just haven't said sorry yet. Everyone else has apologized along the way. You haven't.
But you know what's really funny?
What?
I don't think he has to say sorry anymore.
He didn't even say sorry.
No, but like anymore. I think that everybody's going to be cool with him again, and he doesn't actually ever have to apologize. We're getting there.
I think we're
like 3 episodes away from him not ever apologizing and everybody being cool with him.
Wow.
Obviously, aside from Katie and Ariana, who I didn't need those scenes of them. I don't care.
I thought it was a different show.
I don't care. I don't care what's going on. What are we doing? I thought it was a commercial break. What are we doing? I don't need to go back and watch them interview people for their store that's not open yet. It doesn't really matter. I want to stay in Lake Tahoe. I want to see every interaction. And I do think that we are 2 or 3 episodes away from Sandoval skating through this with never taking accountability.
I think you might be right. And, we hear Ariana say by the end of this season, a lot of you aren't going to like me. She said that before the season aired. And I think that we can blame production for
At least
a lot
she got
of
ahead
that.
of it.
Yeah, that's true. But, you're seeing it take shape, and it sucks. And the last thing I want to talk about is just the last scene. And this is where we start to see possibly some of the motives behind some of the shit that we've been seeing, because Scheana and Lala are sitting in bed, and they're talking, they're recapping the day, and Sheena's talking about, I'm so happy for Ariana, everything that she's been through. She mentions how close her and Sandoval were, and she's really struggling with it, doesn't want to hold on to the hate. And we saw the scene where Ariana looks like she's dismissing everything that Sheena's saying in the FaceTime, whether that was how the conversation went, whether production got involved a little bit, we don't know. But it's pushed her enough to this one side of the street where she's now saying that I'm so happy for her, even for Dancing with the Stars. You know how much I wanted Dancing with the Stars. She's not happy for that.
Did she want Dancing with the Stars for Ariana or for herself?
For herself. That's what she said.
I know.
Yeah.
But I think it was subjective, and people were going back and forth online about
People
that
thought that meant that she...
Oh, yeah.
No, Scheana wanted it for herself.
Yeah.
And is so pissed
Very
that Ariana
clear.
got it because Ariana's got it.
But I'm really proud of her.
I
I think that she's perfect for that.
Scheana?
I'm not proud of it.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
talking as Sheena's voice.
Oh.
Come on, put it together.
It's not high-pitched enough.
I'm not doing it.
But let's wrap this scene up so we can come out to you guys and ask some questions. But that's when Lala chimes in. And between these two, and Lala says in her confessional, Ariana needs to get her head out of her ass. And that's when I wrote in my journal, I wrote, whoa, because we've seen it turn now. I did. You can see it. I might give this away tonight if anybody actually wants it. I didn't think people would want the fucking journal.
Can I see the whoa?
Yeah. This is what people came to see. Is me
I hope
scroll
there's like
through
a
fucking
curly
number.
W
Look.
and give me this.
Whoa.
I guess that says whoa. Yeah.
Yeah, my handwriting sucks. But my whole point with this is we have seen it. This is what's going to take shape this season. This is what Ariana told us about before the season aired. This is the turning point that we see the group starting to lean more towards Sandoval. And I think we're going to see it happen more and more and more. And I think by the end of the season, she's going to be so alienated. And I think that the plan for the show, if there is another season moving forward, which who knows if there will be, I think Ariana's
Who knows
gone.
if there will be
Another season.
a VPR?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just settle down.
What-
Let me
what are
finish
you
this.
getting
We have
after?
questions to get to. Shush.
All right.
I think
That's
that
a
the-
huge
I
job to
think
pop.
that the
Hold
route
on, hold
forward
on, wait.
is if Ariana goes somewhere else. Okay, she goes, pursues her career on Broadway, singing, whatever she wants to get into. She's got a lot of options right now, and it opens the door for a Rachel return or a Raquel return. I didn't say we would like it. I'm saying, would that push the show forward? Yes, it would.
Are you
would
just-
all watch it.
Are you just saying terrible things at the end of the show?
No.
You don't think that there's going to be another season of Vanderpump Rules?
Zach, hold on. Before
No,
you think
don't
that-
talk about Zach. Zach's not here. This is our show.
Before you do that, Zach did an interview. He read something, talked to somebody that implied that this may very well be the last season. They might wrap it after this year. This isn't me speculating. This is me hearing other things and repeating it to our audience, and you're being an asshole.
Counterpoint.
Okay.
Bravo likes money.
That's true. That's
Kind of
true.
stupid.
That-
Would be kind of stupid.
Well, I've talked to you enough for a long time, so why don't we talk to you guys out here? Let's get some questions. So if you have a question, I'm going to come out there. Or Scott, are you going to walk up to him? Scott's
I'll walk
gonna
around,
up
just
to
raise
him.
your
I
hand.
was gonna say, where you go?
Yep, right here.
So,
Tell him your name, ask your question.
My name's Angela, and I have a very important question.
Hi, Angela.
hi, Angela.
If you had, it's for both of you, if you could meet Jason Kelsey or Lisa Vanderpump, who would you meet?
Kelsey or Vanderpump? I mean, come on, Jason Kelsey.
Thank you.
Get
Wait,
Jason
why?
Kelsey. Yeah, go Birds. Hell yeah. Woo!
What's the context?
Yeah, that's also true.
Who did
What?
you ask this to before, and what was their answer?
Who did I ask it to before? Nobody.
Oh, it's just us. Okay. All
Okay,
right.
cool, yeah.
The
Jason
thank you.
Kelsey.
The thank you sounded like you were proving a point to someone.
Myself.
Was it you?
No, to, you know, my husband.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next. Who we got next? Put your hand up.
Hey, how's it? Oh, wow.
Oh, that's loud.
Yeah. Brr. How's it going, guys? First time, last time.
That's our friend. Don't worry.
There's a lot of things in here, come to support. Like now I'm actually probably going to check out an episode.
What's your
or two.
question?
My question is, there's a lot of animosity going up there, some people you don't like. Push come to shove, you have to drop the gloves with somebody on any of those shows. Who are you picking out of everybody
That's
just
an
to squabble
interesting question.
with?
I've actually posed this.
For our team to go against, or who were you picking to fight?
If you're going to box somebody from Bravo, who would it be?
I don't know.
It's funny. I posed this to him.
I mean, JT from
JT,
Southern
yeah.
Charm. Yeah. It's got we might actually have to do that as like a celebrity event.
Well, that's what I posed an idea to Shooter like a month ago because I was like, do you think that if I challenged Sandoval to a boxing match and kept tagging him, he would agree to do it? I kind of want to try.
You can try all you want. I just don't think he'll ever do it.
I really want to. Who's next? Hands up. Right here. Hold on. I got the mic. We got the mic. Scott, right here. Over here.
Hi, fellas.
What's up?
Hi.
Okay, so just a random question. Rumor has it that Tamara and exactly Tamara and Teddy got their husbands to do the podcast just because of you guys.
No, really? That's a thing?
Will
No,
have
because
actually.
you know that they don't like you. I mean, allegedly.
They don't like us.
They don't
That's
like
fine.
us
We don't
at
like them
all.
either. Is this you saying this, or is this like a rumor going around?
This is a rumor. This was a rumor I got in my DMs. Like, real shit.
Oh, I love
you
that.
checking your DMs?
I check my DMs.
I love that. Let me just say, I hope that we're in their head enough that they think they need to put their husbands up to a shitty podcast.
So here's what we'll do. We'll have them on our show.
No, we won't.
The husbands.
No.
To show them that they can't handle what we do.
I don't want that.
Come on.
I don't want to talk to the
All right,
eds.
boxing match?
I'll box
Tag
them.
team?
Wrestling match.
Yeah, all
Fuck
right.
yeah.
Hell in a Cell, we're
Yeah.
in.
Okay, cool.
All right,
cool.
now we're talking.
Cage match.
Now we're talking.
Okay.
Question for you guys. What are your thoughts on Jackie's newfound friendship with Teresa?
Oh, yeah.
And what do you think is behind the fallout with her friendship with Melissa and Marge?
Jackie is searching for a storyline
Yep.
because she does not like being a friend of, and she wants to try to solidify herself any way she can. And I think that Teresa was more accepting than Melissa was. I think that's the end of it for Jackie. You want to take the second part of that question?
The second part, what did she do with Melissa to fall out with her? I would imagine that somebody was talking shit, and maybe they caught wind of it, and whether that was Jackie or Melissa, we've seen both instances
Talking
happen.
shit on Jersey?
No.
No way. They never do that.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
That's
crazy to
crazy.
think about. But I would imagine that this is an opportunistic move, and maybe it wasn't that big of a fallout, but she saw an opportunity to grab the limelight because she's been struggling the past few years. She got demoted, and then last year she was not really a big part of the show. So I think that this is a chance for her to try to change teams and maybe recapture an audience because we're already talking about it. You know what I mean? So maybe that's why. That's my take. Who's next?
Hi. First
Hi,
of all, I
coming from?
disagree with that comment. I think you're both very handsome.
Ooh, thank you.
My question is, marry, fuck, or kill Larsa, Scheana, and Teresa.
Oh my God.
First of all, we're gentlemen, so we play Mary Boink Kill. What is it?
Who were the three? Who were the three?
Larsa, Scheana, and Teresa.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, God, dude.
My mother's here. My godmother's here. My wife is here. My mother-in-law's here. My 2 little sisters are here. So thank you. Thank you for this.
All right, do you want me to just answer?
You can bite
do you
this bullet.
deal
Yeah.
with it? All right. I would marry Scheana because somebody would end up dead with the other 2 situations.
Oh, okay.
I would have to marry Scheana.
What?
If I married Larsa or I married Teresa.
Oh, okay. That would be a blowout.
Something bad's gonna happen. I would boink Teresa and then kill Larsa.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
You want a high five to that?
Do I want to add a thought?
You want a high five?
No, I think that sounds... Oh, you want a high five?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, good answer. Next. I'm
Makes
not
me feel
answering.
better.
Who we got?
How's it going, guys?
What's up, dude?
Do you guys think that Scheana actually cares about Dancing with the Stars, or do you think that she's grasping at straws to push the show forward?
I think that it doesn't matter what Ariana got. I think that she would have that same response because she's jealous of all the attention and opportunities that she's getting. So that could have been anything. That could have been Top Chef. And she would have been like, fuck, I really wanted it, but I'm so happy for her. So happy for her. I don't think that the opportunity matters. I think it's just, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. I don't think it matters at all. I think that Scheana's just jealous overall.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Us?
Damn it, I did it wrong.
I thought you were saying that you and I are like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
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 Good job.
Who's next?
Right here.
Oh, hey.
So I know you guys recently got hate that supposedly you bash the women and you're all for the men. But I want to know, who are the top 5 worst house husbands?
Ooh, interesting.
Ooh.
So just to reiterate.
Can we go top 3?
Hold on
5
one sec.
Is a long
Hold
list.
on one sec. Just to reiterate, because we got a couple people that were confused by what she said. We got bashed on Twitter by somebody saying that we never go after the dudes on the show, which is just a fucking lie. We tear them apart. We love going after the husbands. So that was what she was referring to. I think some people thought she was saying that we only go after the husbands. So I got you. Don't worry.
Wasn't.
The worst. We'll do the top 3. We'll do 3.
Juan, number 1.
Juan's number 1. Louis.
Louis, yeah, oh God.
Juan, Louis, and
I don't want to. Recency bias wants me to put Mo there, but I'm not going to do it.
Nah, I don't think Mo doesn't deserve to be in that. No, he's not. PK, that's a great answer. PK is sneaky. The worst. I
think
fucking
he's
hate
so
PK.
funny. I think PK's
fucking
funny.
hate PK.
I
No,
think he's
babe, I have
funny.
to go over to England for fucking 6 months because I don't want to be home with the kids. I love you,
You're going to
Bubblish.
incite a riot.
I love
right
you,
now.
Bubblish.
It got so loud, you're going to incite a riot.
Well,
good. What?
Lenny. Everybody knows Lenny sucks. We know that.
Is he even a house husband anymore, though?
Huh?
He's not even a house husband anymore. It doesn't matter.
Lenny?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lenny. Fuck
Yeah,
Lenny.
no, he's out.
Lenny's irrelevant. Sorry. Next question. And what's your favorite color?
Yellow.
Nice.
On the opposite end, who are your top 3 favorite house husbands?
Ooh, I like that one a lot. If you'd asked me last year, it would have been Mo. And now that has
That's
changed.
a shame.
My favorite house husbands. Russell is number 1.
Russell's
Russell's
number 1.
the fucking man. That is a man right there, let me tell you. I love Russell.
You want to go JB husband boss too?
Oh, JB husband boss, he's up there.
Because he's a husband and a boss.
He's a robot.
How are you going to do that? Who?
Anthony.
He's not a husband, though. They never got married.
It's a good point.
Just, semantics. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're big on semantics here.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Who's the third one? No.
Whoa.
No.
Oh, God, no.
No. That's tough. Chris Bassett's up there. We love Chris.
That's just because he's a friend of the show.
Yeah, that's true, too. But he's also not
Which
an
gets
asshole.
us in trouble anyway.
He's also not. He doesn't do anything bad. Huh? Pavitt! That's it!
There we go. Thanks, Scott.
Pavitt!
You can always count on
Russell!
Scott.
Yeah. That's our producer. Who's next? We'll get you. I'll get to you. Don't worry.
Okay, here I am, sorry.
What's your
Hi.
favorite animal?
Oh, a cat.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
Got a cute one at home. Okay, so my question is, who is your dream Ultimate Girls Trip cast?
We get this one a lot.
Canceled the goddamn show.
They get this one a lot. Shooter hates Ultimate Girls Trip.
It's the dumbest-
I like
sorry.
it. No.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
apologize to him.
Okay.
Don't
No,
you
yeah, you don't have to
I
apologize to me
forgot we
ever.
were ignoring him.
Ultimate Girls Trip. Let's do it together. Let's do 4. All right. I would vote. My first one would be.
Ooh.
It's recency bias. What?
Oh, do I have to take this seriously?
Yeah, I would go Danielle
God damn
Cabral
it.
because I want to see more of her.
Who?
Which is funny. Monica is on my girl's trip.
Yeah,
Fuck
Monica
yeah.
has to go. She'll be on a Traitors series.
Definitely
though.
on mine.
I don't know if Monica has anything left in the tank.
I want to see if she does.
I think she burned it out. I mean, we're not gonna watch.
Well, that's
so
my
who
vote.
cares?
Monica. I would go with Karen Huger.
I'd throw Dolores in there.
Dolores, yeah, give her some.
And
no, not Dorinda.
probably Phaedra. I would still put Phaedra in there. Phaedra's
yeah,
great.
that's our 4 that
Yeah,
we would
she's-
pick. That's
she's
a
always
great
good
call.
across the board.
That's a great call. We got, how much time we got left? We got
5 minutes.
6 minutes. So we got a few more questions right here.
If you had to be stuck on a deserted island with any Bravo show cast, who would it be?
Southern Charm.
Yeah.
The boys. Gotta
Yeah.
hang out with the boys.
Southern Charm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's next?
Question?
Who's next? Scott's picking.
Scott
So
is
wait,
very
it's Scott.
Scott is very efficient at this.
Scott's agile.
This is
Let's
better
give it
than
up
we've
for
ever
Scott.
had.
Hell yeah. All right, what's your name and what's your favorite cereal?
Emma.
Uh-oh.
Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
If you could take one Bravo Lev to a Birds game, who would it be and why?
Ooh.
Go Birds.
Go Birds! Man.
Tough one.
I would probably take Austin and Craig.
No. The only reason that I'll say that is because Austin, when they were here in January, tried to pander to the crowd with a
did.
Jalen Hurts jersey. He just doesn't get it.
Yeah, we
Clearly-
got to go back and
obviously
hang out with
Craig,
them in
for
the
sure.
green room, and he was like, should I wear the Hurts jersey? And Shooter's like, no, dude, don't pander to Philly fans. We don't like that shit.
Yeah, we were also about to lose to the Bucks, which we did, and that was a problem. God, West is a good answer.
West is a great
West might
answer.
already be there taking pictures.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
West is a great call. West is a great call. Let's do 2 more questions. Make sure they're good.
Hi, my name's Allie.
Hi, Allie.
So in the beginning of the season of Beverly Hills, I wrote in and asked you guys who you were rooting for, and I want to know this season who you're rooting for Vanderpump.
Who am I rooting for
In Vanderpump.
Ooh, man, that's tough because they all kind of suck. I mean,
Ken,
yeah. I would
What's the new dog's name?
Oh,
Can we root for the
Hippie?
dog?
We're
no,
hoping-
not Hippie. Well, we're hoping for Hippie.
Donut.
Donut and Ken are my answers. Everybody else,
My
no way.
real answer, my vote, man. Look, until we get more on what the fuck is going on with James, and you guys heard the rumors, like, I'm not rooting for it. I need to get more. That's a great call. I really, really enjoy Allie. I think that she's bringing a lot. I think that she is composed. I think that she is articulate. And I think that she has been
Yeah,
a
but she's
welcome
good.
addition.
She's gotten to the point now where she's using her astrology as like her actual occupation.
Yeah, she's
She
cashing
figured
on the
it
show.
out. That's great.
Yeah, you can't get mad at monetizing.
All right, so Allie and Ken.
Allie and Ken and Donut. And hopefully Hippie stops biting people. you
Yeah.
know? Woo.
Let's bring them on more boats.
Last
It's a good place
one.
to beat a bite.
One more question.
It might be a little messy, but since since you guys are in with the Southern Charm crew, do you think that the rumor with Joe Bradley and Luann is true?
We
were in New York.
We were in Luann's apartment with Joe.
We were
no,
at
I'm
the
kidding.
apartment.
No, I'm kidding.
Guys,
All right,
we were
everybody
there.
relax.
No.
We weren't.
We were in New York the week that. So Joe was on Watch What Happens Live earlier that day.
Yeah.
And we filmed after. So I went out with Joe afterwards and Danielle, which is really awkward now, especially because they were lit. And Danielle was like, "Where's your wife?" And I was like, "She's home. She couldn't make it." She's like, "Oh man, we're starting a group chat." And I shit you not, I am in a group chat that has not been touched in a very
I
long
still
time.
think you should text
It
the
is
group
Joe
chat.
Bradley, Danielle, my wife, and me.
Dude, I already told Dev you need to text the group chat. Just every once in a while, just be like, hey,
Should I
how you
hit
guys
it up?
feeling? Everybody feeling good?
Should I hit it up and be like, "So are we not talking about this anymore?" I
No.
can't. I don't have the heart. I don't have the heart. I'm worried about Joe, to be honest with you, so I don't have the heart to start that fire.
He FaceTimed us last
What time
night.
is it? He did FaceTime us last night. He was with the Bottoms up in Boston, who's another podcast. They have a good page, too, if you want to check
How'd
them
you
out.
just say Boston?
Boston.
Oh.
I just said Boston. Boston. Oh, we're going to be in Boston.
No time for plugs.
But that's about all the time we
Yeah.
have tonight, guys. Did we have a good time tonight?
You didn't do the right thing too much, you know.
I saved
You didn't
it.
play the crowd too much.
I
It was
didn't
good.
have to. The crowd loved me tonight.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
She said we were handsome.
She did.
Uh-huh.
And I'll hold that near and dear to my heart forever.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming out. Make sure, again, you got bubblies on your table, so snag your bubblies if you haven't drank them yet. And thank you so much for coming out. I can't tell you enough. What's up?
So, 2 quick notes. If you did not get to do the meet and greet and you have a meet and greet ticket, we're going to stick around a little bit after. We've got a banner in the back for photos. We'll be available. The guys will be available for photos for that. If you are interested in a BravBros Live tour t-shirt, I'll be in the back corner by the bar for the next 20 minutes or so.
Hell yeah.
And we can do that.
That's why he's the best producer in the game. He's
Thanks,
always
Scott.
working,
Love
baby.
you.
He's always working for us. But no, to bring it to a sentimental, I had to get a little soft tonight.
Jesus
I'm not
Christ,
doing what I did
again?
last time. I'm not doing what I did last time. I was trying to have a moment because, as a lot of you probably know, I'm 5 years sober. You don't have to clap. I know. That wasn't the point. Thank you so much.
5 years ago today, I almost died.
That's what I said at the New York show. Everyone was clapping because we showed a video of Sutton, and I didn't time it right, so they were still amped up, like, fuck yeah, Sutton. I was like, guys, I tried to bring it down to, I really want to thank you because I just fucking blurted out, 5 years ago, I almost died. And everyone goes, literally, what the fuck? I was like, oh, let me explain. But no, seriously, this is my favorite thing in the world, and my family is here to support. Shooter's family is here to support. We never thought that 2 idiots that are friends for this long starting a Bravo podcast would be able to do this. So thank you all so much. It means the fucking world to us. It's amazing. So thank you guys. You got anything else?
Guys.
You got anything else?
No, that was good. That was good.
You got anything else?
I got nothing.
Well, BravBros are out of here, right, guys? Right? Let's go.